Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And there is what can only be described as fury. People are absolutely livid, angry, and disheartened and disgusted by plans by this government to raise the pension age to 80. Yep, you heard it here first, folks. 80. Now, the rise of the pension age is meant to be due to the fact that people are living longer. However, we've got the first generation where that's not true. In fact, average ages are falling slightly from their peak, and yet still the workers have to carry on until they're 80. Now, that is fairly outlandish, you may think, but it's long-term plans. The state pension age currently is 68. It's due to rise to... No, it's not. It's 66. My apologies. It's due to rise to 67 by 2028 and 68 by 2046. However, with it being increasingly unaffordable and with the perceptions that they need people to work longer in order to pay the tax for those who don't work at all, it's said that they will accelerate the rate at which pension ages will rise. The rise to 68 by 2046 is likely going to be advanced to as early as 2033. But there are consultants who work for the state that are saying eventually it's going to have to rise at increasingly more rapid rates, basically. Now, Liz Kendall has ordered a review into pensions, into pension ages, into the amount they get paid, into the triple lock, and into whether it should be means tested. Even though they don't means test you when they take the money from you, of course. No siree, Bob. But Jack Carmichael, who is one of the consultants from Barnett Waddingham, who are consulting the government on this, said costs could soar if life expectancy rose faster than expected in some areas where it's currently low. Not life expectancy across the whole country, of course. That's, like I say, actually on a slight downshift. But if you have areas of very low expectancy, they suddenly rise and improve, then things are going to have to change. He said keeping the cost at a similar proportion of GDP would then require a massive increase at the state pension age, potentially up to the dizzy heights of 80. And Ros Altman, former pensions minister and now a pensions expert, said the predictions of the rising age of state pension get increasingly outlandish with every new report. But unfortunately, so do the costs. She said the latest warnings that people may not get a penny of state pension until the age of 80 is an affront to hard-working citizens who find themselves in poorer health in later life. Do you really want an 80-year-old fireman carrying you down a very tall ladder? I don't think so. She said more than half the UK population was in poor health in their 60s. Let me tell you, I'm 58 and I am sometimes on my stick. I don't know what I'm going to be like when I'm 80, or even if I'm here when I'm 80. But anyway, the government, this review the government are doing is to look whether the state pension age should be set so that people spend just under a third of their adult life in retirement. Yes, you spend your first 20 years learning, your next 40 years earning. After that, you should retire. That's my view. And of course, you should be given tax-free ability to save money for your age, so you get your state pension. Otherwise, what I say is this: get rid of the state pension entirely and make everyone pay for their own pension. That's another option, isn't it? But getting rid of the triple lock is so wrong. We've got to keep that. We've got the worst pension in the G20, worst pension in the developed world. And if we get rid of that, then there's no point even having the state pension, But now they want to not only means test the state pension, encourage you to have a private pension, but then they want to tax you on your payments into your private pension. Because the thought of you getting old and actually having some money is anathema to them, isn't it? These bastards. They really are. Really got it in for old people, haven't they? But what are you going to do? They're all the same. None of them can afford it because they're all wanking money away on other things, other countries. But you can actually afford the pension. Just get the 300 billion that you're going to give to the Ukraine, take that back. Get the 30 billion back from Mauritius. Get the 11 billion back from Africa, and all the other billions that you're wanking away and spend it here. Job's good. Done. But they won't. Evil bastards, one and all, aren't they? Work you till you're 80 and then probably drill your gold out of your teeth and melt your bones down for glue. It really is. It's concentration. It's Nazi death camp, isn't it? And they even want to control what you eat and how often you eat and where you go and what you think and what you say while they work you till you die. Thanks very much. Bye.